why do we get bad service and why do we get bad products? Well, I'm going to share with you in the next 5 minutes why I totally believe it's completely our fault. And I'm going to give you a specific example and talk about the generality of this law, which we need to prevent, but we also need to aspire on the vendor side to put people in a place where they can choose a much better product or a much better service. So, in the market where there is free enterprise and free choice, and this is a very, very important distinction here. Sometimes when you're facing a monopoly or a cartel, then you have no choice, and then you have to receive inadequate service and inadequate products because there are no other options. I can tell you that in the 1980s in Israel, if you wanted to make international phone calls, there was only one company you can dial through. It's called Bezeq. That was the monopoly, one company. And we used to pay tons of money. We used to pay something like $2 per minute to call the United States. Today, we do it either for free, if you use online, but even before the internet was 15, 20 years ago, the market in Israel was privatized, competitors arrived, and suddenly you can make this phone call for cents, right? Instead of $2 for cents. So when there's a monopoly, basically you're screwed. But the whole thing about capitalism, if you go back to the origins, if you go back and read Adam Smith, if you read the physiocrats from France, all these great thinkers, Quesnay, Turgot, all these guys, they said that the government has a very, very clear role and the government should intervene in the market in one respect, and that is fighting constantly against monopolies and against cartels. That is against guilds. That is the mission of a government in a free economy, is to make sure that the economy is actually free. When it is free, the responsibility shifts to us. If we are willing to enable a faulty service, and sometimes you look at things and you say, how do they dare treat us like this? How do they dare sell such a travesty, such a terrible product? Someone's buying it if they're selling it. And then who's responsible for the existence of this phenomenon? I'll give you an example. So today in the field of training, coaching, we're not selling information. We're selling service. Information is out there. It's out there, it's free, it's on YouTube, it's on everywhere that you can get. If you want to, I'll give you specific examples. Let's say you want to train as a real estate agent. So you want to know how to do listing presentations, how to handle objections, how to work with buyers, how to qualify buyers. All these qualities, all these procedures, if you want to really study them, they're available online. You can just go on YouTube and Google these things, and you'll see videos by the best trainers out there, by the Tom Ferrys and the Buffinis and the Richard Robinsons of the world. And so on my website, and I focus my training on the European market. There's a huge emphasis on getting exclusive listings, which is still a challenge in Europe. On my website, naturally, on my YouTube channel, the same. All my videos are for free, and I see it as my responsibility to offer the knowledge for free, because what I get paid for is a service. It's not the knowledge. Why would you charge money for something that's already out there, being done by the best trainers in the world in the same language that I'm doing it? So the added value here is making this of information approachable to the European market, but keeping the business model the same, which is get the knowledge for free, buy the service. Now, other trainers in Europe, and it's a tricky video to make this one, because obviously when I put it on YouTube, it's available for everyone, and people are going to see it who may not like what I'm saying. But if I want to be honest to my documenting mission here, then I have to be honest all the way through. So other trainers in Europe, without naming names, are trying to create a model where you actually have to pay for training videos, and they are selling this model in a very interesting way, in cahoots, I would say, with the regional owners. I'm talking about the Remax environment, right? With the regional owners, and the business deal is, you will help me sell my videos to your region, to your agents, to your brokers, and every training video, every course I sell, I'll cut you in. I don't know what the percentages are, but they basically get a kickback. The regional owners get a kickback if they are pushing forward this e-training stuff. And that's, the trainer makes money online and the regional owner makes money off the agents and of the brokers. And again, I think it's not only a bad model, it's unfair, because the same knowledge that is behind the paywall is completely available for free. So why charge money for something that people can get for free at a higher quality, I might add? because here the money doesn't represent quality. Okay, now I can voice my opinion and be unhappy with it and think that it's a rip-off basically. But here's the beautiful thing: if someone's buying it, if someone is crazy enough to pay for it, okay, then that's the rules of the market, and the vendor in this case shouldn't be held responsible. The vendor is trying to carve for himself an avenue, a revenue stream that is viable only if someone's paying on the other side. And obviously, people are paying for videos they can get for free, promoted by the regional owner of that region. So, what can you do, right? That's the rules of the market. And if it works, it works. So, the only thing, the lesson here, okay, there has to be a lesson, right? What is the lesson here? Whatever you do, if you sell a product or if you sell a service, it doesn't really matter. You look to your right, you look to your left, it's human behavior. You see what your competition is doing. And maybe you've been trained in the past to make a SWOT model, right? Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats, assess the competition. At the end of the day, you got to do what you believe in. You got to do what you believe in, what you're passionate about, and believe that it will eventually resonate with your customers, that they will understand the value that you bring to the market. And other people might be doing other stuff, shortcuts, all kind of corporations like I just described, which you feel is not the right way to go, but it's enticing, right? There's money in it. Keep to the track you believe in. Do what you believe in for the long haul. At the end of the day, cream rises to the top. You got to believe this. If you don't believe this, if you're looking around and you say, oh, this is a good idea, I'm going to change my philosophy and follow that idea. Oh, that's a cool shortcut. Okay, forget my ideals, my passion. I'm going to go after the shortcut. I don't believe you can run a sustainable business for long if you change your direction according to what other people do. You have to stay focused on your core principles, on your values, on your mission, on your vision, on your beliefs. And if you do that, eventually you will win. And now winning, it's like a baseball game. It's a 9 innings game. So sometimes during the 5th or the 6th you seem to be behind. Don't worry, there's a rally in you. You'll be winning, you'll be closing out the victory if you keep doing what you believe in. That's just how I feel, and I don't think you can afford to feel or believe any other way.